Here's a gal that we've been saying for a long, long time is going to be one of the truly great singers in the nation. And it's not done overnight. It's going to take some time. But she is well on her way to be one of the most fantastic stars in the nation today. And Della Reese, it's a real pleasure to have you with us this afternoon.
It's a pleasure to be here, too.
Now, Della, you're in town at the Fontainebleau with Jack Carter these days, and you've got so many things working for you. We're going to have to rush along to talk about all of them this afternoon. Della has a brand new album out, which I wish you'd tell our listeners about.
It's called The Story of the Blues. It's my first attempt at the blues. It's on the Jubilee label, and it's with Cy Oliver and his orchestra. And it goes back about to 1916 and covers as much as can be covered on an album of the blues up and through 1958. There's some narrative there in the album, and then all these Bessie Smith, Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong type blues tunes, not rock and roll, the real, honest-to-goodness blues.
This is legitimate
blues.
And you skipped over that part about the narrative, but Della tells the story of the blues and how these tunes came about, and it's all narrated and the vocal done by Della Reese, Cy Oliver, and orchestra. Della, what would be your favorite out of this new album?
Well, I like Good Morning Blues, and I like Lover Man, Where Can You Be? And something else I liked, just two or three that I do like. I think You've Been a Good Old Wagon is very, very funny.
Della Reese is our special guest this afternoon. Della's from Detroit, Michigan. How did you get your start, Della?
Well, I started
business?
Singing gospel when I was about 6 years old, and I sang with Mahalia Jackson for a while, and I sang with Roberta Martin for a little while, and Beatrice Brown and her inspirational singers, and then I originated a group of my own called the Meditation Singers. And in fact, I still have that group, the Meditation Singers. I just made an album with them called Amen, and it's all the spirituals, the old spirituals that they were singing when I was singing gospel. They're still singing them. I guess they were singing them when everybody was singing gospel. They're just about that old.
Who would be considered among the gospel singers the greatest today, Mahalia?
Well, yes, I think Mahalia is the greatest recognized gospel singer. But I know a lady in Detroit, Michigan named Ernestine Rundles, who I consider the greatest gospel singer in anywhere, but she hasn't been exposed, so I guess Mahalia is the best, well-recognized gospel singer.
Is this what you want to, what type of music do you want to do now, Della?
I want to sing music. I want to sing everything.
Pop and the blues?
I want to sing everything that I can sing, because if you're a painter, you can paint everything. You paint bathrooms and bedrooms and kitchens and, tables and chairs and whatever has to be painted. So I'd like to be a singer. I'd like to sing whatever that my voice will allow.
Whatever you feel like singing.
Yeah.
That's a great way to do it, because Della Reese has sung so many things so well, not only the blues, but gospel, and then a variety of music in the Jubilee album, the date at Mr. Kelly's that you did. There's such a variety in this, Della. How long have you been at this game?
Well, now I've been singing since 6, and I started singing pop when I was 21. Which was just really a couple of days ago.
I believe it.
Yesterday or something like that. I've been in it, I guess, about 6 years now, because I'm 27 now.
Is there one big thing that you want to do in your life?
Oh, there are a lot of big things that I'd like to do. I'd like to start a school of charm for girls, to possibly establish that lady again. I think she's kind of just drifting off, falling away. I'd like to.
And this is something you want to do in addition to your show career.
I have I'd like to do a musical comedy on Broadway. That would be a scream.
Do you have anything happening on that?
Well, I'm supposed to replace Lena Horne if she goes on her European tour with Jamaica. Then I'll go through the States with
You'll
Jamaica.
tour
Yes.
the Jamaica thing.
Which will be an opening for me.
Very good opportunity. Well, mainly today you're playing the clubs, and of course your record dates and your albums and singles are selling so well. What else? You doing any one-nighters?
No, I'm just doing club dates, and I'm trying to get a spectacular together for the story of the blues and more or less my life story for a television shot. I'd like to do a little television too. I've only done guest appearances on Sullivan's Show and various one-stint shows, like that. But I'd like to do something continuous on television. I'd like to use this package, the story of the blues, for my little crush-in tool,
We caught the last Sullivan thing you did Sunday, 8 days ago to be precise.
Yes.
Let's talk about the tune that you did for Sullivan. We'd like for you to sing it this afternoon, Sermonette, which is your latest single release. This has got a little touch of that gospel singing in it, hasn't it,
Yes,
Della?
it was written by Julian Cannonball Adderley. You know Cannonball? sax man, and John Hendricks wrote the lyrics. Well, we used to go down to Birdland, my girlfriend and I, and listen to Cannonball, and he would always play this. His brother Nat played this as a cornet solo, and it was more or less a kidding thing with them, because of this beat. It wasn't definite jazz, and I'd sit in the corner, my girlfriend and I, and we'd holler, "Amen, bravo," "Amen, yes sir, brother," and clown like that, So one night I asked him, did he have any lyrics? And at the time, he didn't have any. So I said, well, if you get me some lyrics, I'm going to record it, Out the window, the thought went, no more thinking about it, just the spur of the moment. So when I came home the next time, he came in with the lyrics, and I did record it.
Della Reese is our special guest this afternoon. Della, let's go back and talk about an album that you did that has been a very popular selling thing for the Jubilee people. This was recorded at Mr. Kelly's in Chicago during a live date, is that right?
Yes, it was my very first album like this. There's something different about recording with people and recording alone. In a studio, you're very conscious of the fact that you want everything to be just right because it has to be played over and over again. But from people, you get that warmth that you can sing to. You might change a phrase or an expression without thought, and so this made this very, very interesting to do, and I want to do this some more. I like
and this was really the big introduction of Della Reese to the public. The album is fantastic. The selection of material, which most of it is your nightclub act that you're doing at the Fontainebleau these days. The selection of material is just excellent. Della, thank you so much for being with us.
It was a pleasure. I enjoyed every second of it.
And we will tell everyone to drop in and see you tonight or tomorrow night at the La Ronde of the Fontainebleau.
Yes.
Fine. Thank you.